Look at this. Look at this. What do you mean? I want to show you something. Check this out. So this is the bare bones striker, and this is how it reacts as far as recoil goes before ever putting any attachments on it. That is wild. I'm going to try to control it. It's kind of all over the place. It's not the worst, don't get me wrong. But let me show you what it looks like now after we put attachments on it. This is the striker, okay? Look at this. No recoil on this thing. Like, no recoil. Zero recoil, bro. I'm not controlling the recoil, okay? Now let me show you what happens when I do pull down on my left stick. I'll put my controller here so you can see it. Look at this. Not the left stick, the right stick. Watch this. I barely have to touch it. I'm going to not control the recoil at all. And watch this. It goes, barely moves at all. Right? And now let's control the recoil. Look at that. Barely any input at all with my right thumb to control the recoil, and this thing doesn't move. Wild. Look at that. This is an SMG. It's not an AR. And look at this dude way down here. Wild, dude. So the thing's got -0 recoil. My boy TJ hooked me up with the build for this weapon. It's the striker, and I'll go ahead and show you guys the build of this thing right now. We're going to start with the striker elite long barrel. And what you're going to notice here when you go into the details is look at the bullet velocity, max damage range, and effective damage range. These are some pretty good numbers. While also, even though we have high bullet velocity, which usually takes our recoil down, it only takes it down by 7%. -7 here, -7, and -5. You have your recoil here, but it's still all in the green, as you see here. So it's not really much to look at. It's not that bad. And when you look at your mobility, usually when you have range and recoil steadiness, you typically lose a lot of mobility. Which if you look here, we do lose some mobility and we do lose some handling. The mobility, look at this. Only -2%, -2, -1, -3. That's not that bad whatsoever. And when you're looking at handling, just -8% on the sprint fire speed. It's not ideal, but that's okay. If you have a class or a perk that helps you move quick, escapist or something like that is very good if you want to mitigate that. I don't necessarily need to use escapist. I like the build as it is, and I like to run the perks that I have. Next, we're going to be looking at the quartermaster suppressor, and you're going to notice here, -10, -23, and -10 for recoil control. Look at the good numbers. We all have green here, horizontal recoil, vertical recoil, recoil gun kick. All of this is in the green. You go down to handling again. It's a little bit slower, but not that bad at all. It's still a good setup. And that's what you get with the quartermaster suppressor. Moving down, this is a big one. And you can use this if you want. You don't necessarily have to. But let's look at the details of the Bruin Heavy Support Grip as shown here. We're going to have recoil gun kick, -10, -8. Look at this, all in the green. Vertical recoil, +4. It's not the best, but still don't let these red numbers scare you. And then we're going to go in here to ADS, +10%. Not that bad. Again, this is all helping with very, very good recoil. And you also want to be running this stock here, the Lockman Recon stock. Let's look at the details on that. And again, look at the numbers. -25%, -5%, and -5% your vertical, horizontal, and recoil gun kick. All very good. Again, with our mobility, it's not the worst. Don't let the red scare you. You can always make this better and make this better. The accuracy is still good. Don't let the red scare you. Again, as I said many times, it's not that bad. Once you use the weapon, you'll see. If you do want to move a little bit quicker, you can go ahead and opt in for the Lockman MK2 light stock is good. And if you want to go for full movement, but it's still going to mess your recoil up a little bit, you can go for the no stock. Obviously, you guys know that's what's going to happen. This is no surprise when you put the no stock on. You are going to move quicker. But if you want absolutely zero recoil on this thing, you want to go with the Lockman Recon Series stock. And then moving out, we're going to go to the 60 round mag. Again, you don't necessarily need to use the 60 round mag, but if you are going to be in quads, I highly recommend the 60 round mag. And then if you're in trios, maybe you can go down to the 48. And if you're in duos or solos, maybe you can afford to go down to the 20. I wouldn't recommend it. You do get some more mobility, but I think the 48 round is a good middle ground if you're hitting your shots. Sometimes I don't hit my shots and I need the 60 round mag. This just gives you so much leeway along with the no recoil and all of these rounds. You should be setting very comfortable, just as I do. Backing out, that is the build. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if this thing helped you out. If you had absolutely zero recoil, let me know. Let's go ahead and go shoot this thing. Oh my God. This thing literally has absolutely negative recoil. If you liked the video so far, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe if you're not already to ensure that you don't miss any more insider information like this. Honestly, I can barely tell if I'm shooting it. You guys just saw right there what just happened. That is insane. Look at this. I wonder if they're gonna nerf this, bro. I can actually not even tell if I'm shooting it. That's how much it's not recoiling. It's insane. It's like so smooth, I don't have to control it at all. Look at that. It doesn't move. It literally doesn't move whatsoever. Let's do a test. Let's look how far this sniper is, yeah? Look at this! Look at this! What do you mean? Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Do you see this? I understand that we're not having the most cracked out lobby right now. You guys can call me out in the comments for that, but that's not what we're showcasing. Right now, what we're showcasing is the absolute laser beam of this striker. Dude, literally, I can't even tell if I'm shooting. Watch this. I moved my thumbstick on the left side just a little bit for the aim assist, but I honestly don't feel like I need to. I kind of just do it out of habit. It's actually wild, and this is iron sights too. See, I'm going to chow this sniper with an iron sight striker build. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this, man. It's so bizarre. And the movement speed is not that bad either, even though the build is kind of long. Your movement speed's not bad. And what happens when we put this thing on tack stance? Oh my God, dude. Craziness, man. Not today, sir. Wild, bro. Literally zero recoil, bro. Not today. You do have a damage drop-off, but it's an SMG, guys. You can see the damage drop-off, but, I mean, look how far that is. "60 meters with an SMG, you know? And I did even better than that a second ago. It's wild. I'm sure if I put lasers and stuff like that and built it for tack stance, it would do a little bit better. But I am impressed.